What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and in today's video I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you suck at riding powder. And before I tell you, I'm just going to show you how it's done. That last section was the best powder turns of my entire life. Alright guys, so reason number 1 why you stink, you suck, you're not doing so good in the powder, it's kind of one of the most important ones, is your line selection. Are you going down the cat tracks, the flat stuff, but not so steep? Or are you dipping into the trees, the moguls, the steeps, the blacks, you know, the steeper blues to get your powder? If you pick something flat, the powder is going to make you ride slower. It's going to make it harder to turn your board. It's going to make it harder to ride out. You're going to get stuck in all the flat zone. And on top of line selection, you need to make sure you're looking ahead. 1, so you're not going to hit any trees or stuff. If you're getting your face covered in snow, you need to know what your next turn's going to be. So like predetermining your turns. But is it kind of mellowing out the mountain, and is it going to mellow out? If it does mellow out, make sure that you ride something that's been ridden through, because if you try to like dip to the side that hasn't been ridden through, it's going to slow you down. You're going to get stuck. So line selection, it is so important. So my line selection is going to be through these trees. So all the snow that I'm going to find in here is going to be great. It's going to be steeper. When I ride through the thick stuff, it's not going to slow me down because, you know, gravity's pulling me down. We're ripping. Throw up snow. Now the next thing is, reason number 2, why you suck at riding POW and you're struggling out here, is you're just not having good days on POW days, is, and this one's not too much, but maybe your board's not set up correctly. Now, I am on a directional board with a fat nose. It's gonna make ripping through this POW so much easier. I could be on my twin, it is possible, you could still rip it, but one way to make you rip the POW a little better is if you take your stance and you set it back a bit, kind of giving you more nose than tail, because the third reason is your stance. You are gonna be in a back seat position, kind of sitting like this and making most of your turns using your toe and heel side pressure points. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have a 8 pressure points of your snowboard video. You're gonna wanna watch that. Yeah, Chris, Cody, that video, because that, oh, you guys are sending it. This is awesome. You're gonna wanna watch the 8 pressure points of your snowboard because it's a good video to help you understand your snowboard more. But we're kind of making all of our turns in this backseat position. So having that snowboard that's already in that position allows you to kind of be more centered, but you will be putting most of your weight right here. This is your stance that you're in right here when we're ripping powder. So that's 2 and 3 for reasons. So once again, I'm gonna be kind of sitting back here a little heavy on my back foot, you know, kind of keeping that nose up so it doesn't sink. We're making these turns. We're just floating down this. And also, if I slash, I kind of like can put more pressure on that back heel, and it sprays the snow looking real good. Like if I want to make a spray, So reason number 4, and it came up because I was just doing some sprays, is you might be taking your snowboard too much 90 degrees. A lot of beginner snowboarders trying to ride through the POW, they turn the board like this and then they catch and they flip forward, or vice versa, they flip backwards. If you want to rip powder, you always kind of want your nose of your snowboard pointing down the run. So, because the snow's super grabby when there's so much of it. So we're keeping this nose of the board down, and we're kind of doing like the back foot rudder, but we're keeping the nose of the board down as much as possible. If I do want to stop, that's when we'll go full 90. But when we're making turns, if I'm riding through this stuff, I don't want to be trying to ride through it like this. You're ruining the powder for everyone else behind you, but you're going to catch your nose and you're going to fall down. So that's reason number 4 why you kind of stink at riding powder. Now, tip number 5, the biggest thing, the one you want to work on the most, is your upper body, lower body separation. We want to be able to keep the board turning and doing anything below us while keeping our upper body facing down the mountain. We want to always be here looking down so we can make our turns. You know, we can use our arm to help us balance and whatnot, but our chest, our head, we're looking where we're going. We're ripping this POW, we're riding, and my lower body is separated from my upper body. My shoulders don't have to go where my lower body is going. I can just take all these turns, you know, keeping so I can swing this way, counter rotation, if I want to take some speed off. And this works too when you're not riding POW, but you're just riding moguls. If we jump into these moguls and start ripping, I gotta go close to this guy. And we're making these turns. Keeping my head. Woo! And that's how you ride POW like a boss. Woo! Now with all that being said, no one really sucks at riding powder. No one really sucks at snowboarding. It's just a great title and thumbnail, you know? The reason why you're not doing great at powder riding is you're not riding enough, which is hard because most people don't get to snowboard a ton anyways. And then these days only come a couple times a season, especially with all these bad snow years we've been having recently. So get out there and practice it. I'd say the best way to practice riding powder is riding moguls, because you never know what's under the snow. You're gonna be hitting bumps and stuff all, gotta catch my breath. You're gonna be hitting all kinds of bumps and things that are hidden underneath the powder. It's another reason why you need to have your legs like a shock. They need to be bouncing up and down as you're riding through it. And once again, that's a good reason, or big reason why we want to have our upper body and lower body separated, so our lower body is doing all the work, you know. It's like boop, 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 and we're ripping, making the decisions. This is doing all the work. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helps you ride POW, please smash that like button, subscribe to your channel, my channel, not your channel, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also, if you want to support the dream, snag an Evolution sticker. They're all linked in the description, as well as any of our other merch. Follow my Instagram, and as always, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me today, and as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you guys tomorrow with another video, because it is daily on this Snowboard channel.